Count down
Look,
saying long that
quarter.
time.
One of these days you gonna catch him, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, one of these days.
Y'all
Hey,
see us.
y'all.
How y'all feeling today, boy? How y'all feeling
We
today?
another Friday, another Friday, another
N-
Friday.
Another day, another dollar. They say, right? Shoot, how your day been going?
Depending on the job you have, it might be 25 cents. Okay, dollar might be
Yeah.
too much in this economy.
Uh, it might not be enough. What you talking about? All right, y'all. So we talking about how do you build a life that looks like you? Man, this
Oh,
season is on fire. If y'all hadn't already listened to the other episodes, we are really tapping into our full potential of ourselves and healing from some of the things from the past and really stepping into who we need to be and we desire to be. So
yeah,
I'll hang in there.
absolutely.
I'll hang in there. We ain't gonna keep y'all too long this time. We be on Pentecostal time. We trying to
We
do
trying to
better,
make it
y'all.
Catholic this episode. We
We
gonna
trying.
try.
We trying. We trying. We gonna start off with this quote: "A life that looks like you won't be found. It must be carved from the raw, unedited truth of who you are when no one is watching." Now that's a good one. That's a good one.
I like
All
that.
right. So, what if the life you're living right now is not the life you've been building, but the one you've been selling for?
I could tell you offhand, this is definitely the life that I've been settling for because the life that I want to build, there's no pain in that. There's no struggle in that. So anything that comes from God is not going to, it's not going to be contrary to who he is. And
Hmm.
that's how you know if it's something that he sent versus something you allowed, right?
Hmm.
So when you find yourself in a situation like that, you either do one or two things: you stay and complain, or you change the narrative. So it's definitely time to change the narrative and to pay attention to how you feel when you're in said spaces and around said individuals.
But you know what though? I think a lot of times we all settle for things, whether it's a relationship that we're in, whether it's a friendship we're in, whatever case it is, we settle for things because we feel like we don't deserve more, or maybe we don't think we're gonna get it. So we're like, you know what, I might as well get married now to this man because I might not never find my husband. Or I might as well keep this friendship because we've been friends for 20 plus years. So I might as well hang in there. What's 5 more years? But you settle because you don't want to be alone, or you feel like you need that friendship or you need that person in your life because you're afraid of being alone. You're afraid. A person like me, I have been to eat somewhere by myself before, but you gotta start. You know what? I gotta start doing that more. Going out to eat by myself completely.
Don't get no booth though. Sit at the bar. Don't get no table in
Yeah,
the thing.
you do look lonely when you
But
said
you
it.
know what? I was gonna say that. I think solitude is scary.
Yeah, yeah.
And people don't want to deal with what comes with solitude. You
Mm-hmm.
have to own, shout out to the blemish beauty. You have to own your scars when you're in
Yes.
solitude. You don't have any distractions. You
Mm-hmm.
have to deal with your stuff. You have
Mm-hmm.
to smell your own stink and be like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
mm, that ain't
You,
it.
you kind of stink, girl. You better get right.
Right. It's rank. Like,
We all step back in our stuff sometimes and we smell it, but yet we still keep walking in it. Like, come on, you got to check yourself sometimes. Like, and people are like, but you know what? If a lot of people check themselves more in life, a lot of people won't be hurt in life.
yeah,
Because hurt people, and that is a true statement. Like,
yeah.
it's a lot of unhealed people out there that are still doing crazy stuff to people because they haven't fully healed from not even nothing dealing with you from the
Trauma from
past.
childhood. Yeah.
So you out here bleeding all over everybody for
Yeah.
no reason. They don't deserve that.
Look like a whole Carrie movie.
Sure. So if your life was a canvas, a blank canvas, let's say it's a blank canvas, what well, it gotta be blank. What would you paint first? And what have you been afraid to add to that masterpiece?
I think the imperfections I've been afraid to add to the masterpiece because me being a perfectionist, you want the picture to look perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And we have come to the realization as a society that perfect means blemish free.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. In order to get to the finished product, you have to have some type of scars, some type of, mistakes, some type of
Mm-hmm.
whatever. That is the creation, that is the masterpiece. Broken crayon still color. So I can still fill up this page and color this page and make this page beautiful even in my brokenness.
Yes.
I don't have to be full. I don't have to be in my original state. I could come in a broken state and still do what I need to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I think every day we start the day with a blank canvas. Just think about it, because every day you have a new chance, a new opportunity to be better than you was the day before. So you're painting a new canvas every single day of your life, whether you know it or not. But I think if I had to, well, I start on a blank canvas every day anyway, y'all. I'm just gonna keep it real every day, because I know there's something else that I can add to it every single day. I'm gonna have a different bruise every day. You're gonna get hurt every day in some type of way. Somebody's gonna hurt your feelings. Somebody, it's something's gonna happen in that day to make you mad, to make you sad. You might get a little bit of happiness in there too, but you're gonna have a bunch of bruises on that canvas, a bunch of band-aids on that canvas. You're gonna have you're gonna have a little bit of happiness there too. But what I've been afraid, I say, to add to that masterpiece is hmm, my unhealed journey. It's a lot of things that I still think about to this day that maybe something happens to like trigger it. I've noticed over the past year that I've had triggers. Certain things that people say trigger me. Certain things that people do to me trigger me, and it'd be like
Yeah.
0 to 1,000.
Hmm.
And it's like I'm trying to get to a point where I can control that, but they got to stop doing it. But I got to find a way to let them know that, listen, you can't say this to me, or you can't do this to me, because I'm gonna mess around and be on the first 48 if you keep doing
But you just knowing that
it.
is definitely a part of the journey in itself. You get into where you want to be because a lot
Hmm.
of people will just react and we don't know why we're reacting. But the fact that this particular word or this particular phrase or
Hmm.
this particular person
Yep.
triggers me.
Yep.
So then that gives you more insight on moving forward. Like, okay, well, I got to stay away from this word, or I got to stay away from this person, or whatever.
Hmm.
So you're one step closer to, your healing.
Right. So, what would it look like to build your life around the things that scare you the most? Child, child.
I think we're doing that. I think we are building our lives around the things that scare us the most. Because none of us want to be financially unstable.
Mm-mm,
None of us want to be homeless.
mm-mm.
And it's around us. We are building a life in the midst of that. So many people are homeless. So many people are financially stable. The economy with inflation. We are trying to build a life in the midst of that, and we are in one of the scariest times of life.
Child.
Like we have seen, and we always used to laugh when people would say, "I remember when a loaf of bread was this amount of money." We have seen what it was like to go into the store with $1.
Okay.
Now you can't do that.
Child, I used to get $1 gallon of gas
Oh
and
wow,
ride all week, ride for about 2 weeks, girl, in the wind.
wow! I
Shoot.
love that for you.
Yes, that was love then. A dollar a gallon, girl. We
Wow,
riding.
yeah,
So I did
wow,
see that. Now I did see that. I used to go in the store and buy a pack of cookies and a drink for $1.
yeah.
Like I remember them days.
Now the cookies are
A
$1.25.
dollar and 20. Girl, you gonna either get something to drink or you gonna get them cookies and have a dry throat. So
I'm
what
gonna
you
get
doing?
something to drink because what I'm not
Okay.
finna do is
Have a cotton ball mouth.
right walking around.
About to die.
And then people think you got COVID and it's because you had some cookies. No, no. I'm gonna get that drink and I'm just think I'm fasting. Okay, this is why we got to fast because the Lord knew we was about to go through this. So let me teach you now.
We can't never
Okay,
come up here and be serious, man. That was
listen.
funny.
Life be life, and so I like the fact that we can bring humor to
Yeah,
situations because I like to provide spaces that people can just get an escape from. You know, like life is hard, man. There's so much
man.
stuff that's going on. We in a cold world. We live in a cold world, so we try to bring the humor so you guys can really take in a moment to smile and laugh and just be aware of where you are and where you're trying to go and the steps to get there, you know?
But you're right though. We living in it. We living in the midst of things now. The things that scare us the most. Every day is a challenge. Like every day is a challenge, and like those for those people like me that said I can't wait till I get to in 18 and move out my mama house. And
Dumbest thing you can ever
dumbest
say in
thing
your
you could
life.
ever say in your life. That's one of the dumbest things you can say as a child. Don't do it. Please don't
Can't
say
wait till
that.
I get grown. Yeah,
Can't
okay.
wait till I go back to being that child. I mean, do you
Since
know
we
how
put
good you
things
had
into
it?
existence, can't wait to be 16 again.
Okay, okay, yeah, power in
Child.
the tongue. Cause I'm telling you, those are the good days, and you don't even know it. You ain't got to worry about the
Beautiful.
light bill. You ain't got to worry about the water bill. You ain't got to worry about the rent getting paid so you can have shelter over your head. You don't got to worry about putting food in that refrigerator. You don't got to
Yeah.
worry about paying the
Everything is
Wi-Fi.
done for you. When you are an adult, you have to do everything. You
Let me
cannot skip a beat. When you a
Cause if
kid, you could just lay there and it's
child,
just done for you.
listen, you get one rent payment behind, you in trouble. You in trouble. You get one rent payment behind.
You man, I don't
You
even
can
want to
face
talk
being
about rent.
homeless
I don't even want to talk about rent. And then you got to make three times the rent.
3 times the rent to even get a place. They have some good credit, and you got to be in your job sometimes a certain time period. On top of that, and have good residency history from your previous landlords.
Mm, 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 mm.
See, my mother in her time didn't have to go through none of that.
Right. They could
None of
walk
that.
in and get a job.
Okay. Now they sizing you up when you walk through the door, from your head to your toe, trying to see what you wearing, how you walking, how you talking, what you say in that interview. All of it matters. Things are different now. Like it just ain't the same. I could walk into a job back in the day and just get it on the spot. Start the
Mm-hmm.
next week. Now you got to go through two
A
and three
process.
interviews.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tom might like you, but Billy might not, and then Mary
Mm-hmm.
might like you. So since nobody could agree on anything, now you not hired, and you could have been
Right.
the best thing for them.
That part.
So if dreams were your blueprint, would they reflect who you are now or who you are told to be?
My dreams definitely are a reflection of who I am now. Um, I never dreamed about who I was told to be. I think that's what I was living, but what I
Mhm.
was dreaming was who I am now.
Mm. Oh.
So like when I dream about my future. I dream about, financially stable, being happily married with the kids and traveling and all the things, speaking and doing all the things. So that's me now because it's in me. I just have to get to that space.
Mm-hmm.
But who I'm told to be is, well, you got to be a teacher, or you can't podcast. What you doing with that little podcast, or this, that, and the third? You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? So if you focus on the little, you'll never get anywhere.
I hate that little word in front of my podcast.
Now I see you with your little hair done.
Little. I see you with your little degree. How that make you feel? You got that little degree that took you 4 or 5 years to get. There ain't no
And
little degree.
where yours, that part.
Mhm.
And it's
Okay.
always the one that ain't got nothing.
Child, these people. I don't think that I'm. Let me see. My dreams are so much bigger than who I am. Honestly, I dream every day about being a billionaire. I have that dream every single night. I close my eyes. I think about it and how much of an impact I can make on my not only my life and the people around me, but the world in general. The people that need help, like all these homeless people in my area, man. It's so sad. And I have that dream every single night. Every single night I go to bed, I have that dream. So I'm not living in my dreams right now, but I am preparing for that person that I want to be, not the person I was told to be, but the person I want to be. So, all right, y'all, we trying not to be on Pentecostal time today. We moving fast.
We are moving fast. Look at us. Like four questions here.
Oh my god! So, how would your life change if you stopped trying to fit in and started building a life that could never be replicated? Let me go first. So, look, first of all, it's time out for the fitting in. I ain't fitting in with nobody because I stand out from the crowd, and that's just how I'm gonna look at it from here on. I stand out, and I want to be in the rooms where I can stand out and be in a room that I can learn too. You can't be the best one in the room. You got to be in a room where there's people with knowledge, wisdom that guide you, know more than you know. Those are the rooms I want to be in. I'm not trying to fit in. I'm trying to get into the rooms where it takes me to the next level, to the next room. That's gonna get me to the next level. Now, when I was a child, yes, I tried to fit in, but it didn't work. They didn't like me. They didn't want to be around me. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't something. It was something I was just not good enough at nothing for them. So fitting in with those crowds won't get you nowhere but to a dead end. And you're gonna lose yourself. You're gonna lose yourself in the process because you're gonna try to be like somebody that you're not. But as goes back to what we were saying. You don't know who you are. So why are you trying to fit in with somebody else? Come on now. So let me tell you something. I'm starting to build that life right now that cannot be replicated, cannot be duplicated. And it's gonna be the life that I'm gonna leave that legacy behind. Like, yo, she worked hard to get where she at, just for the purposes of everybody that's coming behind me to have a better life than I had, and not miss the opportunities that I missed and make the mistakes that I make. And that's what children don't understand. You try to stop them knuckleheads from making the same decisions that you made. They act like you didn't go down Dogwood Drive. You ain't been on that street before. But you done been down that street a couple of times because your butt was hard headed. You done been down there, you didn't listen to nobody. You didn't get no wisdom from grandma and them. You just did what you wanted to do, and you had to suffer the consequence. My mama said you got to lay in the bed that you made, right? So now you got to lay there and you got to suffer because you wouldn't listen to nobody. Okay, I'm off my. I went on the soapbox. I must have got passionate about that thing.
Yeah, you're right. Because I was just having that discussion with my mother and
Shoot,
was talking about the situation with my oldest. Like the difference between me raising you versus how my mother raised me, she didn't practice emotional intelligence. So if I'm feeling some type of way and you make me feel upset, I'm going to stop talking to you. I need a minute to gather my thoughts so we can have an intellectual conversation and we can talk from a place of resolve. But the older generation, they ain't know nothing about that.
show didn't.
They shoot straight from the hip.
Straight from
So
the hip.
whatever you get, you got. And that's why we're traumatic. We're dealing with trauma now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
You're right.
believe in that phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's the lie
Oh,
from the pit of hell. It's the total opposite. Because the sticks and stones, they'll prick you, but eventually you'll forget all about it. But them words you carry
them
forever.
words is forever, man. Them words are forever. Like they
And
sting
that's
too.
why you have to use emotional intelligence because them belts and them switches that we had, yeah, they hurt. But I don't remember that now. I don't remember the feeling. I remember that it hurted, but I don't remember the feeling. But what you said to me, I still remember that. I remember the sting, and I'm feeling it to this day.
Yes.
So you got to be
Yes.
careful. You got to be careful.
Yes. Yes. But you know what though? I think children in general nowadays think they know so much about life that they're not willing to receive anything in. But see, we was like that too, though. We gotta admit we were like that too. You know, some things we took in, I took in all of it. I just didn't do. I didn't act on it then. So when it came time for me to face the situation as an adult, really an adult out there that's been through life, then I started thinking back to all these things my mama said, and I started writing that stuff down because I'm like, wait a minute, I remember her warning me. She warned me before I even got in this situation. But I did it anyway. So guess what? I got to deal with the consequences of the situation because I did not listen. But a lot of us don't know that it's favor over our lives.
Hmm.
Our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunties, our uncles pray for us on a daily,
Yeah.
to keep us covered. So that's why a lot of things don't hit us as hard as it could have hit us because we have that favor over our lives. And our
And
children don't understand that.
we didn't have Chat GPT to get us through things. So you can manipulate an entire conversation now because of Chat GPT. We had to deal and feel everything.
Everything. Literally
Because now
everything.
in this generation, you say one word, here come the trauma team, here come this, here come that. Oh, I feel this way, or I feel that way. You get all the sympathy in the world. We was crying wolf all the days of our lives, and ain't nobody come.
Nobody.
We
Nobody.
had to walk to school. Matter of fact, we had to walk to not you, but we had to walk to school in blizzards.
She said not you.
And now these kids get out of school for the littlest thing.
Child.
That just goes to show you how the generation has changed because we had to endure things.
They have more
It took us a lot. It took a lot for us to get a break.
they
They
have more
get
teacher
breaks
work
all the
days.
time.
Teacher work days. What we doing?
It
Y'all want to deal
staff
with them
and
churn.
service. Listen, I get it. That's why I couldn't be a teacher. When I
Oh,
found
Jesus.
out, I was no,
Get somebody else to
get
do
somebody else to do it.
it.
They get paid too low for them to endure
Yeah,
what they do.
I agree. Shout out to
I
the
would pay
teachers.
them what the athletes get paid. And what you getting all these millions of dollars for so I can sit here and watch you kick a football? Are you kidding me?
Do you know
And
what them teachers have to deal with?
I'm sitting here bringing up the next generation of minds, and I'm getting
Literally.
pennies, and you kicking a football, and you getting thousands, billions. Make that make sense.
And then the crazy part about it, yeah, you're raising these children in the classrooms, but the thing that gets me with the new generation of parents is these teachers can't say or do anything to these kids. Like they really can't say but so much. It's only so much these teachers can do. These children can curse them out, throw stuff at them,
Not now.
abuse
Your
them.
president changing that dynamic.
Yeah, he trying to. Yeah, you're right. He trying to get people to beat on these turn. But it's gonna be the first 48 for a lot of people. Because they hit
No, and coming from working in the school system, some of your kids need that.
some of them need it. Some of
Some
them
of
need
them
it.
need it because they not getting it at home. And how you spare the rod and spoil a child, that's what they said back in the day, right? A
Yeah.
lot of these kids have been spared
Yes, Lord. Because
and they
Lord
be in
knows.
school spoiled.
Spoiled. My mom didn't play. When I did get a beat, it was a beating. Like she didn't play. Like if I wherever I acted out,
That's where you get it.
where I got it. There ain't no way that I
I
get you
wish
home.
somebody would call. Go
I
ahead and
sure.
call them. Now it's gonna be worse because now you done made me. Now the people's gonna come get. Okay,
It
watch.
showed out in Walmart. I show if I showed out in Walmart, that's where I got it. In Walmart. Wait, I get you
Hmm.
home. But now if she do that, then you really gonna get it. If she be like, wait, I get you home and talk through them teeth and give you that look, you gonna get it. But
Hmm.
these children now, they get away with too much. They really get away with too much nowadays because we had it bad. I had to go pick the switch to for me to get my butt cut. Pick the switch
They
now.
don't even get beatings now.
Yeah,
We're gentle parents.
I'm not.
We don't we don't tap our children.
Gabby gonna get the old school parent
No, she
out
not.
of me. Who? Okay. Watch. What? I'm too old to be moving and chasing
Let me tell
people.
y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. No, she not.
I'm
Cause
too
she
old.
need it now and she don't get it. She need to be sat down right now and she don't get it.
That's my
So
baby though. That's my
see,
baby. There
look,
now.
see, I told y'all.
That's my
Look,
baby. There now. I ain't
make a
gonna lie
lie
now.
out of you in a minute. See?
But if she show up, I'm gonna get her now. I'm gonna go back to old school. I'm gonna get
She's
her. I
not
don't think
gonna
she
do
gonna
it
try
though.
me though. I don't think she gonna
Nah,
try
I
me. She's gonna
don't.
be a good
She's
baby.
not gonna do it. She's yeah.
All right, y'all. This is not
Just
my
don't
favorite
take my
time.
baby outside. Just don't take my baby
Don't take
outside. She don't want to
outside.
go outside. Mm-mm. She don't
Yeah,
want to
she
go
don't
out
like
there.
outside. Yeah, she don't like outside
She
at an
like
early
TT.
age.
She don't like to go out there.
This is my least favorite part of the show, y'all. This is the last question, y'all. Can you believe it? This is the last
That's my
question.
favorite part of the show, y'all.
Right, that's crazy, right? When you strip away the expectations, the noise all around you, the labels, all that good stuff, what's left that still feels like you?
I feel like when you strip all of that away, what's left of you is what God um, placed inside of you. It's like factory resetting your phone. You done removed the apps. You done took off the cover. You done deleted all the pictures. Anything that's taken up the storage where you can't download anything else.
Mhm.
When you remove all of that, you're factory resetting the the system, your factory reset, so
Mhm.
you can download new things or you can download better things or things that are going to not take up so much space, so where you can be fully functional the way you're supposed to be.
So if I strip away the expectations, all the noise, all the labels, what's left? What's left that feels like me? Hmm. I don't know. Let's see. The labels and the expectations and the noise around me. You strip me of everything. You take all of that. Well, I mean, I still have my thought process. I'm still gonna be able to write
You
down my
are to your
feelings,
core, yeah.
and express myself. I still have that in me where I can put it on paper because that's the best way for me to do it. Because if I say it out loud, you ain't want to hear it. If I ever really be truthful and really be blunt about how I feel about something, they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that when I really speak my mind. But I don't think, truthfully though, I've ever really spoke my mind. I don't think people really got it like they should have got it. I spared a lot of feelings along the way.
I
Still,
can't say that, y'all.
yeah, we know you can't say it. You be SpongeBob people and stuff. No, you can't say it.
But listen, like we had that conversation earlier. My
Mhm,
SpongeBob is me activating emotional intelligence because
mhm, mhm,
if it come
mhm,
out, if it
mhm,
come out how I'm thinking it,
mhm, mhm. If I tell you I'm gonna be at your house, I done
I'm
told her
just
this. I
saying.
said, Don't play with me. Don't play. Do not play with me." I told her, I said, "Listen, you try that SpongeBob with me. You gotta tell me what's wrong with you. You not gonna SpongeBob. You gonna tell me that day what's wrong. Then when you tell me what's wrong, then I'm be like, all right, okay, I'm gonna give you a minute. It ain't be no 24 hours, but I'm gonna give you a minute, and I call you back. Then if you don't answer the phone, then I'm gonna have to book my ticket to come on up there. I need to get my money to the side for real, y'all,
I'll book
cause she
my
gonna try
ticket.
me one day. I'm gonna have to go up there and cook some fried chicken for real, and she gonna have to make me some mac and cheese. So y'all already know the drill. I already told her she sponged by me. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I don't be doing it. I don't be acting up though, y'all. I'm a good sister. I don't be acting up. I don't think.
Let me tell
Uh
y'all something.
uh. Did she just look in the camera, look away
She
and look in the camera?
she hard headed. She don't like to go to bed.
That's it. That's the only problem you got with me. That's the only problem, y'all. But I'm working on it. I'm
Hard
trying.
headed. She don't listen. It's hard raising her,
Every
bro. I'm
episode, why
telling
she
you.
got to keep talking about me and my sleep schedule, y'all? Every episode, you
Because it
notice
need to
that?
change. Need to get right.
I'm building my legacy over here. I'm changing the narrative over here.
Okay.
You said you want to be the sister of the billionaire. So I gotta work while you sleeping. It's just that
Yeah,
simple.
yeah, pretty much. It's okay.
Somebody gotta do it.
Better you than
Yo.
me.
All right, y'all. So we have completed our episode tonight, man. I hope y'all have learned something from this episode and has resonated with y'all in some type of way. If it has, I want y'all to share it with your friend, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, and run over there to the YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button too. And put
Yes.
put in the comments what you thought about the episode. Tell us, how do you build a life that looks like you? How are you surviving out there? What does your best version of yourself look like? So I hope this motivation moment, enlighten you and allows you to become somebody that you was always afraid to be. Yes, sis.
And listen, as always, we are here, healing hearts and inspiring change.
Late everybody.